Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'd like to share with you my goals for the summer. Before we really get into it, I do want to apologise for my voice. I am getting over COVID, so things are a bit raspy at the moment, but let's just get into it. I find it a little bit funny that it's summer in 2 days and I'm wearing this thick knit cardigan thing. But I live in Melbourne, so weather is interesting. Anyway, I like to set goals at the start of every season to break down the year a little bit and reevaluate what I kind of care about. And today I've split my goals into 5 different categories. We have work goals, YouTube goals, sewing goals, reading goals, and general lifestyle goals. So, starting with work. If you don't know, I own my own business. I make candles. I always have my shop linked in the description of my videos. It's something I'm really proud of, but business has been really slow lately. The past few months, I haven't really been working very much. I am completely burnt out, to be honest, and I just haven't been putting effort in. I'm very lucky I did get some orders for Christmas, some bulk orders, so I've had work and I've made a little bit of money, but I do have goals for the future. I want to start using my work social media more. I used to post on Instagram and Facebook daily, and that's where my orders were kind of coming from, so I really want to start doing that again. I want to do more like product shoots and just have more content to post. I also want to restart TikTok for my business. I was doing that for a little while and it was really fun. People kind of enjoyed it, like people in my life, they thought it was cool. So I want to give that another go. It was difficult because like I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm really interested in trying that again, and so this summer I'm hoping I can do that. I haven't set any numbers goals for work because I don't even know what to expect or what to hope for in terms of sales, but I'd like to make a sale at least once a week. That sounds like a very little amount, but there were times during this year that I had sales once every 3 months, so once a week is what I'm aiming for. The next category of goals is YouTube goals, and I'm really proud of myself for the work I've done on YouTube in the past month or so. I've been committed and I've worked really hard and I've been having a really good time. So one of my goals is to continue to post twice a week, which is difficult. Like I will be honest about it being hard to have 2 videos a week ready to go. It's a lot of work for no reward. Like I don't get anything doing this other than like personal enjoyment, but I'd like to continue doing 2 videos a week. By the end of summer I'd like to hit 100 subscribers, which feels achievable. In the last month I've gotten 20-ish, and so hopefully I'm able to get a few more. This summer I'd also like to upload some more sewing videos. I realized I've only really done one in the past and I want to do more of that. Hopefully I can think of some fun summer projects and film them. The last YouTube goal isn't actually YouTube, it's just like social media in general, but I want to post on Instagram more. I actually really enjoy photography and I just kind of want to get back into that and post it. Next we have my sewing goals. I'm still fairly new to sewing. I guess that's relative, but I started sewing during the pandemic. I had dabbled as a kid while my mom was like hemming pants and things, but I started like seriously sewing last year, I think, but I only have a few actual like wearable garments, and so this summer I would like to make a dress that I can wear regularly. I am in the middle of making one at the moment, but I haven't touched it in like 2 months, so I'd like to make one or more skirts that I can wear, again, just like daily, casually. I have made skirts in the past, but they're more cold weather appropriate. They're generally like flannels and things. So I'd like to make some summery skirts. I do want to make a circle skirt, like a kind of above the knee circle skirt is the vibe, or like a 50s style, like big, something like that. My last sewing goal is to organize my sewing supplies. I was gonna show you as a part of this what my sewing stuff looks like at the moment. It's all in the spare room of the house, and I couldn't show it to you because it's not in one place. It's like there's a pile of fabric here, and there's a tin of like buttons and elastic and things here, and then there's some more fabric over there, and then it's a nightmare. I also have some random sewing stuff in my room under my desk just sitting there. I just need to collect everything together, go through it, organize it, so I know what I have. I randomly found some fabric the other day. I completely forgot I bought it. I spent so much money on fabric one time, and my mum bought some at the same time, so we had washed it all and left it where we leave like the ironing, and it just never left, and it's been a good 3 months, so I need to organize my supplies a little bit better. Next up we have my reading goals. I have plans. I used to read constantly. Like, my personality was that I was a reader, and honestly, I kind of miss it. Obviously, life gets a little more complicated as you get older, but in my teen years, I would read all the time. I would easily hit 50 books a year, which is my reading goal every year. But this year, that's definitely gone down the drain. So, for the summer, I would like to read at least 12 books. That sounds achievable when I say it out loud because I'm thinking about the old me. Now that feels impossible, but realistically I could read a book a week. I just need to make more time for it. So my goal is to section out part of my day every day to read. I'm not gonna like limit myself to I have to read an hour before bed or whatever, but like I want to find time every day to read. I have been thinking about getting up early in the morning and reading because I was getting up early for Nano and really enjoyed it. So I'll see. I would just like to read more. Like I said, I'd like to read 12 books. I would like 8 of those books, minimum, to be books I have never read before. Again, this is one of those things where it's like, okay, but I am a chronic rereader. This year, most of my books that I've read have been rereads. So I need to start getting through my TBR because I own more books that I haven't read than books that I have, which is not good. So I'd like to read 8 new books. That doesn't sound hard, but it's so hard. And my last reading goal is to actually read a classic. I keep buying classics. I love going to op shops and picking up old books, but then I don't read any of them. So I'd like to read at least one classic. Lastly, we have my lifestyle goals. I always get a little wary making lifestyle goals because like it's kind of hard to completely change the way you live, but I have successfully had lifestyle goals in the past, and I've changed aspects of my life through those goals. So I have a few more. My first goal is to go out more, which might sound silly, but I am a homebody at my core. I don't go out. You know, most people are like, oh, I didn't even go out all day today. And I'm like, nice. I haven't left the house in a week. Like, it's really common for me to like not leave the house for days on end. So I want to go out every day. That doesn't mean like going anywhere in particular. It could be just go for a walk, go grocery shopping, see your friends. Just make an effort to not stay inside all the time. The second goal kind of ties into that, and it's to basically go on a hot girl walk every day. There are a lot of things that hold me back from going for walks. One, I don't live in the safest area. I feel really like stressed out whenever I walk in my neighborhood, but I want to try and overcome that because realistically loads of people walk and I will probably be fine. I really struggle going on walks, one because like my fitness level has completely fallen apart like since COVID. The lockdown completely threw all of that off. So I'd like to just get my body moving a little more. I can walk slowly, I can walk quickly, I can do what I want for as long as I want. Whether that is walking around the block or walking to a local oval and going around that a few times, I just want to move a little bit for my physical health and my mental health. It probably will do me good. Similarly, I guess like tied to that, partnered with that, is to get my physical health in check. I, again, really abandoned that part of my life during quarantine, and I'm very open about the fact that I put on a lot of weight during quarantine, and that is something that I've come to kind of accept. Like, it's happened, I can work on, you know, losing it, but what's more important to me is getting myself up to that physical level that I used to be at. I have been struggling a lot with like movement, and I don't like that. I want to feel good and be able to move. So I'd like to start building up that physical ability again. I'm also a little bit worried because of COVID. I am struggling a bit. My last goal is to journal and dream journal because I love doing those things and I feel like I'm a lot more creative when I do that. Hello. I'm editing this and I'm just jumping in because I brushed over this last one a lot, so I'm gonna just talk a little bit about it. I want to get back into journaling and dream journaling because I found that I was a better writer when I was doing that. I was more eloquent, I suppose. In general, I was a lot more creative. Whenever I've kept a dream journal, I start remembering my dreams so much more. And now, like, I'm lucky if I remember like one dream every 3 months. So yeah, I just want to do that again to get more in touch with my creativity and kind of develop my writing skill. So yeah. Also, journaling is just like really good for my mental health and it helps me work through emotions that I don't necessarily know I have until I'm writing them down. But yeah. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can subscribe. All my social media links are below. What are your goals for the summer or winter if you're from that side of the world? And I will see you next time. Bye.